Hey friends, welcome back to OsoFarm. If you're new here, my name is Brandy. I am a homeschooling mom to 10 children. This next school year, I will be homeschooling 5 children. Our other kids have grown up, and so I won't be homeschooling them, but this video is one that I am really looking forward to filming, and probably once it's done might be my favorite video that I have filmed to date, just because I'm really excited about this stuff. We have been homeschooling for so many years that this is just our lifestyle, and this time of year when curriculum and manipulatives and all the items come in, it's just really fun. So what I wanted to do today is just share with you some of the things that I got. If you'll look behind me, this is a huge wall of bookshelves that has a lot of new books that came in for this year. And so I'm not gonna go through those, but I can tell you that we are this next school year following a curriculum called Ambleside Online. And we are gonna be doing year 9 and year 10 divided between my 4 high schoolers. So this next school year, I will be teaching my Evan, who will be 7 in September. Evan has Down syndrome, so we will be doing a very gentle kindergarten type school year. And then I have children in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, and then 1 senior. So I'm gonna start by showing you Evan's things. The younger elementary, preschool, kindergarten stuff is so fun. So I want to just start there. And I'm not going to link every single thing that I bought in the description box below, because that would take me forever. And we are starting school in just 2 days. And so I've been waiting till all this stuff came in to film this for you. And then once I get it put away, I've got to finish planning. But I am gonna link the things that I am most excited about, a handful of things. If there is a specific thing that you see that you're interested in, I will just reach out to me in the comments, and I will definitely link that specific thing if requested by you. I will try, as I show you something, if I remember where I bought it, I will share that. So this is a book that I bought for Evan. I actually bought this locally. This book you can really find anywhere, I'm sure, Amazon or Target. And what I liked about this is Evan's attention span is very, very, very small. And so things really need to be bright and colorful. And then this is gonna be part of his math curriculum. It's called Usborne Look and Find Puzzles Dinosaurs. So at the bottom of the page, it says, find this purple dinosaur's twin. So then you find it, and then you can count 5 more blue flags. So then he can practice pointing and counting. He definitely can count to 10 and is starting to understand a relationship between the words that he's saying with counting and what that means. And so we're gonna, for his math this year, one of his primary goals is gonna be to count to 20 and be able to sort manipulatives to show and match that concept. So I was really excited about that. This was really cute. This says it was $6.99. I bought this Melissa and Doug On The Go water pad. This is really just an activity for him to stay quiet and busy if needed, and he can take this in the car. If you haven't seen these before, you just fill the pen with water, and this is reusable. So as he colors on here, the colors show up, and then once it dries, it is white again. So this is called Wacky Animals, and I bought this on I think I bought this at Michael's. We have always used a program called Handwriting Without Tears for handwriting. It is a very simple, gentle way to teach kids handwriting, and it definitely focuses on how the letters are formed with manipulatives and songs and dances and wooden pieces that form the letters. So for my boys especially, it was really made handwriting doable. I can't say that there weren't any tears, but definitely helps. So for a child with disabilities, handwriting without tears is a great option. So Evan is actually going through the Handwriting Without Tears preschool book. I don't have it before me, but it's the bright green one. And that one just really exposed him to colors and briefly numbers. And so I bought him the kindergarten set, which I am not seeing here before me, but we're gonna start with the kindergarten after he finishes the preschool one. But they did not have this when I was doing kindergarten and Handwriting Without Tears with my other kids. My youngest outside of Evan is a freshman in high school, and so it's been a long time since I'd pulled out these materials. So I went ahead and ordered this. I ordered this from Rainbow Resource. It's I Know My Numbers, and it's these individual little books that you just start at the smiley face and work your way down, and they're really, really cute. So they go through each number. This is the Handwriting Without Tears chalkboard that we have. It's small, it fits in their hands, and they know they always start at the happy face. So it's 1 through 10. I want to say this set was around $10, so it's like $1 a book. I may end up buying this book again once we finish this, just for reinforcements, but we're going to go through it first and see how he does with counting. This past year we did an animal sticker book that had the silhouettes like this one, and he loved it. So I tried to find some more sticker books, and we only did a page a day. And so with Evan, if we did tiny little increments and then he knew, okay, we're going to do this, first this, then this, he did really good. So this says Sticker Activity ABC with coloring pages, and it has the silhouettes too, and then you find the stickers in the back that match that. So we may do just one little section a day, but I thought this was a really neat find for him. And then when he gets to the back, he can actually color what corresponds with each letter. And then we're gonna do a huge focus on birds that are local to our area, from Evan all the way up to my senior in high school. We're following a new education philosophy to us called Charlotte Mason, and it focuses a lot on nature study, and especially nature that is in your area. So we have a bird feeder in our backyard that has probably 10 chickadees by it all the time, and so I set all of our field guides over there. I bought a new basket at Target to sit all that stuff in. We had binoculars that needed to just be dusted off, and I wanted to include Evan in that, so I got a few things. This is probably one of my most favorite things that I bought. This was also from Rainbow Resource, and this little chickadee looks identical to the one that's in our backyard, and he's really soft. And when I showed it to Evan, I think he actually thought that this was real, because he was really like hesitant to come near. And then it says press here. It's really loud. Isn't it loud? It's really loud, so he like jumped. So we're gonna keep this in the basket, and I'm hoping to do some more kind of day in the life while we're homeschooling. So as we use the basket, I will, you'll continue to see him. We'll probably have to give him a name. So I got this, and then if you're not familiar with these, they call them tubes. They're all different kinds you can get. You can get different animals, you can get Arctic, you can get, what I got here was backyard birds. And I actually ordered 2. There are 7 pieces in one. And he really loves figurines. He loves to sit them up, and he likes to tap them, and I thought this would be really cute. So this was a little pencil bag that we had already had that I am kind of just repurposing. I kept one in the box to show you what it looked like, but these are really cute because as he flips through our birds, or we can point this out and talk to him. So Evan's quote, science for the year is going to be focused partly on backyard birds. And one thing I got for that is this North American Bird sticker book. These DK books, he really liked this last school year, the one that we did. And these are just really beautiful pictures and stickers. And then you match them to, I don't know if you can see that, the silhouettes of the bird. And it has beautiful photographs. I just thought this was so cute. This doesn't, oh, it says $6.99. So I got this on Rainbow Resource also. So that'll be really fun. Oh, and here are the other two things. I actually thought these books were a lot bigger, but I like the size that they actually were. So this says $19.95, but I got these for, I think they were on sale for $12 a piece. I got the little book of backyard birds and the little book of woodland birds. And Evan still loves any book that has buttons that sing songs or plays music. And so I thought this was really fun, and it's a board book, so younger kids cannot really destroy this easily. So it has each bird, and then you find the matching picture. Oh, I haven't pulled this out yet. I had on the other one. And then it tells you different places that they're found, things that they feed on. So we're gonna keep this in that basket. So I got one for backyard, and then here's one, like this is the woodpecker. This would be a really great gift for any child, really of any age, that liked science and nature. So I'm excited for him and the big kids and me to get familiar with the sounds and the noises that these birds in our backyard make. I printed off a sheet and I have it in a page protector and a clipboard over there in our bird basket that I got off of a blog. And when we show you that in an upcoming video, I'll link that. And so you're able to write down the date and using your field guide, the birds that we are seeing in our backyard. So I think it'll be neat over time, over seasons, to kind of see which birds frequent our area at different times. Okay, so this past year I have used Explode the Code with all of my kids to teach them to read, to teach them phonics. And so he went through all of book A this year and this past school year, and I had already bought book B. So the kind of the preschool books are A, B, and C. They're before the code, or go for the code. And then it starts with book 1. So I wanted to go ahead and have these so I could follow him at his pace. If we rushed through it, I would have the books here. And then if it takes us a whole year to get through book B, I'm totally fine with that. I've been doing a lot of research on literacy and people with Down syndrome, and I'm really encouraged that a lot of people with Down syndrome are able to read and read well. And so I'm just gonna take this at Evan's pace. So I really think him having a strong foundation in phonics is going to be a huge benefit to him. So I wanted to have these books here. You can get these at Christian Book or Rainbow Resource or Amazon. Okay, and then I got some fun things. I got this Uno Moo. If you can see on the back there, there's this little barn that they play in, and it says, the farm animals have come out of their barn to play Uno. Round them up by matching colors and animals. So he doesn't really have the attention span to play games yet, and he can be pretty bossy at times. And so one of his goals this school year is going to be task oriented. And so I want him to be able to sit and play a game and enjoy it without no, I don't want to do that, and running off. So I thought this was really cute. The little animals and people you play with are just the right size for him. So we're hoping this would work. I got this at christianbook.com. And then here's one more sticker book that I missed to show you. It's just a book about pets, and it literally just has such bright colors and lots of pets. He will love that. He makes the funniest animal noises too. Here he comes. He's always going to be our fun background noise. So This is one of those things that I thought that this was a small handheld whiteboard with lines, but it's not. It's a big flimsy one. So I'm not sure that I'll be able, what I'll do with this year. My daughter is actually teaching kindergarten, my Emma, in the fall, and that was unexpected, and so I may pass this along to her. But the more I've been thinking about it, I think I've been putting command hooks on these bookshelves. If I poked a hole in here, I think it might work for us to just kind of hang it up there, and I can write things on here to kind of teach him some words. So I may hang on to that. This was under $2. Okay, let's see with Evan. Okay. This is something that I was really excited about just to have in our home library for not just Evan, but grandkids. It's the Bernstein Bears Big Book of Science and Nature. I have seen flip-throughs of this on a lot of other homeschooling channels, and it's so nice, and just the colors are really bright. And if y'all are familiar with Bernstein Bears' book, they always have a really clear message. I have all of my books from when I was growing up, and he's not quite ready to read them, you know, flip through them himself, and they're not like a board book, and he can be kind of rough on things, but definitely ones that this year we're going to pull out and read aloud to him. So I was really excited about this. This is going to be one of his primary science resources, and I will kind of plan this out so that we can be intentional about reading and talking through this. And then I didn't purchase this year. We had it last year, and he just wasn't totally ready for it yet. But the curriculum that I'm going to be doing with him is the same thing that I did with my kids. The curriculum is called My Father's World from A to Z. This is their kindergarten. My Father's World is a great homeschool curriculum. It goes all the way from preschool to high school. So this is just the teacher's manual, and so we're going to start this and kind of take it as slow as he needs to, or we can pick it up. So I'm excited about that. It's very gentle. There's a lot of hands-on crafts, and we start the first unit. The first 10 days is just creation, and so we talk about God's world and make a ton of crafts and really get him just excited about, you know, doing school. And then it starts with the alphabet after that first unit. So we're going to use that this next year. And I also bought these sentence strips at a local store called Mardell, but you could get these anywhere. And this was $6.99, and I think it was like 25% off. There's 30 in here. We really only need a few of these, so I will take out what we need. These are reusable, kind of laminated. It says you can use with wipe off crayons and dry erase markers. And then I'll give the rest of these to Emma for her class. And then this is obviously not school related, it's decor, but it was it said 10 feet. And I'm gonna hang this somewhere in here. And then I bought, My Father's World has these laminated alphabet flashcards that are really pretty. So as we learn each letter, I'm gonna clip, this is a tiny little space, hopefully it'll work. I bought tiny little clothespins, like decorative clothespins. We're going to hook the letter, so by the end of the year he'll have the whole alphabet, and it'll just be a prettier, he's getting frustrated, a prettier way to display his alphabet. And then I just bought these after watching a vlog. Brian, can you help him get not so fussy? This has like I also bought this like fake greenery. It has all this on there. But this was a 16-piece, what are these called? Paint sticks that are great for young kids that can't really push down. One of Evan's he gets frustrated because he doesn't push hard enough on his pencil for it to make a mark. And so these are really cool. This was $9.99, and I had a 20% off coupon. I got these at Michael's in store. And they just twist up, and it's just paint. And so it kind of works like a crayon, but it has these vibrant colors. And so I think he's really gonna like these. This does not say if it's washable, but I have little aprons, like craft aprons and stuff that he can use with that. And then I also, this was their Creatology brand at Michael's. I want to say this was, I don't know, under $5, and I got him this because we're going to try to do a lot of sensory play with messy things. And the trays that I have are 20 years or 15 years old, and the lip isn't quite as tall, so I felt like I would hesitate to kind of use wet, messy things in it. So I got him this for when we're doing that kind of sensory play. Okay, so you will never believe what happened. I had almost 20 more minutes after that stopped, and when we went to edit the video, we had to plug in the camera, and then when we plugged in the camera, something happened with my mic and there was absolutely no sound. So I was really frustrated. So a few days passed and I pulled everything back up, and I'm gonna re-show you. So we finished up with Evan, and now I'm going to show you what we got for our high schoolers. I'll kind of start with just what's right here in front of me. This is from the Institute in Excellence in Writing, and it is cursive knowledge. I taught my kiddos all cursive in elementary school. That was really important to me. But somewhere along the way, I stopped reinforcing that they turn in submitted assignments in cursive, and so a lot of them just aren't in the habit of using cursive. And so as some of my kids have become adults and we've been, signing leases and signing documents with them, I notice that it's kind of painstaking for them to write in cursive. So this says a handwriting course for all ages, and it is consumable, but since they're going to share it, I'm just gonna I bought them some handwriting paper, and I'm just gonna have them practice cursive and get in the habit of using it and reading it. And so we'll probably have a good portion of their narrations that are written that are not typed will be in cursive hopefully by Christmas. That will be the requirement. Okay, so I'm going to start with kind of what is in my 9th and 10th graders box. So we use these, dollar notebooks for all their subjects, and anything written for that subject for math, spelling. They still do spelling. They do a high school level, also from Institute in Excellence in Writing. When they're finished, they're finished. My rising 10th grader actually finished the whole course last year for high school, and I have one that's a senior that struggles in spelling, and a lot of the words I probably couldn't even spell either. So they do also do spelling, but these notebooks we just use so there's not random papers everywhere. Okay, so for science, we have always used Apologia, even in elementary school, and my freshman is starting their biology, exploring creation with biology. There is a textbook that goes with that. So the good thing about if you're homeschooling multiple children each year, the only thing you have to buy is this consumable notebook that they take their notes in and answer their questions in. So she will be doing this for science. And then I waited for my 9th grader so that he could do it with her this year. They're both going to get their health elective also through Apologia. And this, again, is just their notebook. These notebooks are about $30 on sale if you buy them over this summer. So this will be good for them. And then for writing, last year, they did the middle school program for structure and style for students through IEW again, and it's a really great course for writers that are struggling a little bit. There are videos that they watch every week, 2 days a week, and then it's easily laid out for the teacher and the student to do. So what's great about IEW is it has these source texts in here that are already printed out, and it teaches them a very simple style and structure to writing where they do keyword outlines, keywords from each sentence, and then they're able to look at their keyword outlines and rewrite what they've read. So it really helps them also with note-taking later. So they're both doing the same course together. And then their history and literature, like I mentioned, are on the shelves behind us. They also have a geography course, a Bible worldview elective, they have a biography, they have free reads. So a lot of their stuff is actually just on the shelf behind me. We are also doing vocabulary. So we are doing vocabulary from classical roots, and so this is actually something that I think will be really good for them, and we're going to take it really slow. It's going to take us 2 weeks to go through one lesson so that they easily master the vocabulary words, the root words. I don't have this in front of me. This will also be their second year of high school Latin. So we use Memoria Press's Memoria Press's Latin program, and they completed first form last year, and they will do second form this year. And a lot of people question why a lot of homeschoolers focus on a dead language like Latin. But I've actually found that since I have 2 daughters that one's a Baylor graduate and one will be a sophomore at Baylor, Latin has really helped them in just understanding things that they're reading, knowing the basis and the roots for words has really helped. And so they actually both enjoyed Latin so much they've taken it at a college level also. So this is just her printout for Fix-It Grammar, which is also through IEW. You can tell I like that curriculum a lot. And what it does is it has very simple, short, very simple and short lessons. Each day is just 1 or 2 sentences, and you have these cards that you go through each week that has a certain focus. And what's great about homeschooling is, most high schoolers aren't focused on grammar anymore, and we started this last year, and it was just one of the things that was easy to just fall to the wayside. And so I just kind of dusted it off, and we're going to pick it back up. And so after they correct the sentence on the worksheet and it's corrected, they take a notebook and write the sentence in there, and then the sentences come together, and by the end of the year they have rewritten a short story. So you can tell this was actually from what we did last year. You can tell from all the red, like we struggled, but it was kind of things that she wasn't familiar with, like different types of clauses and more aspects of punctuation and grammar than she was really familiar with. So this definitely will be good for us this year to go through. Okay, and then we're also going to do, that is in the wrong box. This is something we bought last year and did not really get to. It is a speech boot camp through IEW, so they're going to practice writing speeches and giving speeches to each other, and then we'll probably FaceTime some friends and family so that they can have more experience. But this also is video based, so they watch a lecture, and then it also has examples where they're going to watch other students perform and give their speeches, and so it gives them kind of a understanding of what the expectation is. And then I bought these at Target. I got the girls 2 gray ones and my boys 2 black ones. And this is not even an academic planner. It's just a planner. So she's decorating it with her stickers, and it's just a calendar. But then what I liked about this, we are in our first week of school, is that each day of the week has a big section. And so what I do is, for the first few weeks, I look at my planner that I have and I write for them what they need to accomplish each day. And then as the weeks pass on, I kind of bring them into that process now that they're in high school, because the planner that I made over the summer is just what we need to accomplish in a week. So it may say chapters 1 through 6. And so then when I sit before each week, I divide, okay, chapter 1 and 2 on Monday, chapter 3 on Tuesday. And so then they just sit down and she's highlighted things that she's completed. So you see, she's done a really good job. She's gotten everything done. If I make abbreviations for the first few weeks, so they don't come to me every 5 minutes and say, what is VCR? It says up here, vocabulary, classical roots. So this really helps them, when they get to college. I'm not going to be there to help them, do a day-by-day thing on what they need to accomplish. So this really helps them build independence. Look at her, I'm proud of her. I haven't opened that. Okay, so moving on to my older two that are 11th and 12th graders. Okay, so a lot of things are the same. She's doing a different level of vocabulary from classical roots. She, again, has the same notebooks to keep things organized. I did buy all of them these nice clear clipboards so that if they're sitting on the couch watching one of their lectures, or we got to run in the car somewhere, it's just easy for them to take along with them. So last year, Elizabeth and Isaiah did this high school level structure and style for students. And so to just continue this one does not have video lectures, but it's the same process, and they're going through the Narnia book series as their source text and doing the same thing. So this is her writing program. There also is a requirement for them to do narrations over everything that they read outside of their free reads, and so I would say at least half of those are written. And so she's also going to have a lot of writing practice just in her normal school life. For economics, she is using, I've used this with all my kids up to now, it's Dave Ramsey's Foundations in Personal Finance. And so this also is video lectures that they watch, and there's extra worksheets and a workbook that they go through. If you're not familiar with Dave Ramsey, he really believes in being completely debt-free, and so this really establishes a great foundation for them to understand that they can build wealth as an 18-year-old, and the importance of just paying cash for everything and not ever going into debt. And so this is a great program. So she's gonna start that. She did not start this week. She started all her main subjects, and we are going to add in, she started math today on day 2. We kind of ease our way in so it's not totally overwhelming on the first day. And next week we will start electives like the speech and the grammar and the economics. And for her for her science, she is doing Apologia's Advanced Biology, Human Body. So this is anatomy and physiology. It's actually a great, overwhelming course, very rigorous, but she will be dissecting a cow's eye, a pig fetus, and some really cool things. And so it's a lot of memorization, but it'll be really good for her. And then for government, we have a government textbook by Knotgrass that walks through the history of our government and the branches of government and just government in general. And so I give them their government credit through that. And then I use these as extra electives. So they're going to do constitutional literacy, which is a course that it's a semester long, and it just goes over the Constitution. And actually at the beginning of they're going to do that after Christmas, that last semester. And then at the beginning of the year, they started today, Hillsdale College offers a free Constitution class. So after the full year, they will have done 2 separate classes on the Constitution. It may seem like overkill, but it's actually really interesting today. I watched the video with them. And I think in today's changing times when, you know, laws are changing, and I just think it would be a really good, beneficial thing for them to really understand what our Constitution says, what it doesn't say, and then they just have a good foundation as they become, you know, eligible to vote. Isaiah will be able to vote this month, and so I think, you know, it'll just be good for them as adults to have a great basis of our Constitution. And then this is something that, you know, does not count for school, but we're doing it during our school day. The company is called Not Consumed, and it's a family-owned business that creates Bible studies, journals, devotionals, and they are so nice and beautiful. So the first one that we're doing is called My Brother's Keeper, Learning to Love Your Siblings God's Way. And like all families, you know, we have struggles within sibling relationships, and we have, you know, joys within sibling relationships also. And I always try to tell my kids that, you know, your siblings are your friends for life. And, you know, I'm not in communication with my friends from middle school and high school now. I mean, occasionally I will be, but I talk to my sisters every single day. And so how they treat each other and what they build while they're under the same roof, that relationship is so important. And so they've been doing this privately. It's divided up by days. And then I think every 2 or 3 days when we do our gathering, our time together, we'll just kind of flip through it, and I will, you know, share things. I have the parent guide, so I'm actually going through it with them. And then we can just kind of open it up to talk about things that stood out or things that, you know, we want to share. So I'm excited about that. I bought another one that we're going to do in the spring semester, and then I also bought a Christmas one when Advent season starts. And then these are from School Nest, and I only bought 2. I don't even have one for everybody yet, and I have not placed this order, but this is just, I wanted to see what it felt like and how big it was and sturdy it was. These are about $8 a piece, and this is a commonplace notebook. If you're not familiar with what that is, you write a table of contents based on, you know, what you add in your book, but you're supposed to write the date, the book title, and then notes, anything that stands out to you. So it just keeps a record of important things that you've read in all kinds of books. So it's just a commonplace notebook. So I am going to order one of these for everybody. And then these journals just come in different colors, and they're just a bullet journal. And for their narrations, I think for history or science, instead of doing it in this, you know, dollar notebook, so they have more of a keepsake, I probably am going to order them 1 or 2 of these in fun colors so that it just kind of makes it feel more special and fun. So outside of just some supplies I wanted to show you, I got these erasable chalk paint markers for all my chalkboards. My chalkboards I mainly use for like if we're having a party, but I thought for school it'd be fun if we wrote a verse we're working on or something like that. And then I got these really pretty file folders at Target that are just pinks and silvers and golds. And if you followed along with my channel a few months back, I bought these really pretty gold wall mounted file folder holders, and they're in my laundry room. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do with these. The kids don't have a ton of like loose paper to turn in because we use this, but in terms of like tests and, you know, things that I have printed, I'll probably find a fun solution to use at my pretty folders. Okay. I really don't think there was anything else. This is a very long video. So thank you so much for sticking around with me to the end of this. If you have any questions about homeschooling or questions about something that you saw, I would love for you to ask that. Feel free in the comments below. And if you are homeschooling, I would really love to know that you are, and the ages of your children and how many years you've been homeschooling. That would be fun to kind of see how many friends are also doing that. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you real soon with another video. Bye-bye.